Okay, so hi, another Halloween tutorial. As you can see, I've already messily blocked out this brow. This look is gonna start about here and go down pretty much like that. So it's going to be extended down partially on the shoulder. This one comes from a request. Someone asked me to do a hot look for Halloween, so that's what we're doing. What I'm going to start off with is just Smoulder Eye Kohl, and just roughly dot out shape you're going to want it. That's where I'm going. Then taking a fluffy brush, and I'm using Illusion from Collection 2000. The only reason I use this as opposed to something like MAC Basic Red is I find this doesn't irritate my eye as much as far as carmine contact goes. And just all over. This doesn't have to be even, doesn't have to be pretty. You're just looking at a good base colour to work on. And you want to blend it slightly across. Just smudge it over that line, because the skin on the other side is going to be a little bit inflamed. So now we've got that all done. What I've also done is gone in and just with my fingers smudged out the black line that I've drawn on as a guide. What you're going to do next is take a dish. I'm going to use the dish that I've put my illusion in, just because it's what I have in front of me. And just take some spirit gum and pour it in. The reason I'm putting it in here is because I'm going to use a bigger brush, because the brush in there is entirely too small for what I want to do. And the fact that there's already some of the illusion in there is going to turn the spirit gum red, which is also going to help with the look. And mix that up. And it'll look like a horrible, nasty, pukey pink paste. Quite appropriate for Halloween. And then just everywhere you've done red, put your spirit gum. I'm using a paintbrush because it's quicker and easier than using your fingers, and this way I'm not ruining a makeup brush. Now I'm only doing smaller areas at a time, because my skin tends to be quite warm, so the spirit gum dries off a lot faster. And just taking some tissue paper, which I've ripped up into raggedy bits as I drop my paintbrush. And just take your tissue paper and wherever you've put your spirit gum, just tap it down. And then you're going to continue that all the way over the red. Don't do it around your eye. Leave the socket alone. You don't want to put spirit gum in there. Not fun times. And then once you have all the tissue paper on, go back over it with spirit gum. Try not to leave it too neat, because you want to look a bit wrinkly and nasty. Well, yeah. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so once you've got all that done and it's all had time to dry, should look something like this. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but it's all wrinkled and textured and really, really weird. It feels like you've had Botox because you can't really move your face properly. What you do next, well, what I do next is black cream shadow. I'm using Entangle by Illamasque. Pretty much No rhyme or reason to it, just start dabbing it everywhere. Try not to go too close to the edges. And if it does start to rip, that's fine. Makes it look a lot more realistic. Especially when we do the next stage, but I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. So yeah, with your black, go into the hairline as well. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just stippling the colour along the edges as opposed to blending it, so it gives that really textured finish. And yeah, I'm going to finish it off camera and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so that's all the black on. By now you'll have noticed you can't really move half your face the way you normally would. It literally is like having Botox done. For the next bit, we're going to add the fake blood and gore. And all you're going to do that is just scrunch your face up as hard as you can and hope that it tears the tissue paper. Because wherever the tissue paper tears and exposes the red underneath, that's where you're going to put the fake blood. Well, fake blood's going to go everywhere, but yeah. So, just start moving your face. And you'll start to feel it cracking. If you find that it just lifts off in too big of pieces, you can just glue it back down with your spirit gum. Oh, yeah, the other thing is, once it added all the black, I wiped off my brush and just with a little bit I had on, put some dark marks on the healthy side of my face, just so as it looks like you have been caught in a fire. You're not going to be crystal clean on one side and horribly burnt on the other. You're going to have a little bit of soot, dirt, blood, whatever, all just everywhere. So that's opened enough for me. I can move my face again. All I'm doing is taking some fake blood and putting it all over the place. Okay, so this is the finished look. Kind of medium to extra crispy. Just trying to throw some more light on so you can actually see what's going on. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'm sure I'll have another one up this week. Bye!